Welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, we have got another Halloween look for you guys today. So I created this kind of like colourful clown kind of ish vibe. I just kind of had fun with it, and it was actually a lot of fun to do this. So I really hope that you enjoyed this look, and if you do, don't forget to leave me a comment, smash the thumbs up button, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to head over to my Instagram to see like more pictures and little videos and like little like TikTok vibe things and reels and stuff like that of this look. So go ahead and check that out as well. But thank you guys so much for clicking on the video, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, here we go. So I'm starting with some moisturizer because you know that these looks require some heavy base products. So I started by just using my soap brows to stick my brows down, and then I'm taking my Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 3.02, and I'm basically just dabbing this to the top half of my face. The only reason why I didn't take it all over at this point was because I knew I was going to get fallout, so I thought I'd just do that later. Then I'm taking my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and layering that on top just for the thickness to really make sure my brows are covered, and I'm setting that with some Too Faced translucent powder. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Natural Beige Concealer, and I'm using it to basically prime my lids, and I also set that with the same setting powder so that we've basically got our clean canvas ready to go. Alright, now I am taking my Take Me Back to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm taking the light blue, and I'm slowly just starting to work this across the span of my eye. You can see I'm taking it all the way forward because we're going to be cutting the crease, and I'm going beyond the brow. I'm not letting that kind of restrict me, so I'm making sure that it kind of fades as we go upwards. Now I'm taking a green from the same palette, and I'm just slowly starting to work that in so it has a bit of a gradient from blue to green going inwards. Now I'm just taking my James Charles palette, and I'm using it to just deepen up the shade. So I went with a darker blue for the outer corner, and I'm making sure that it's not kind of like the green and the blue kind of integrate a little bit so that it's not like a harsh abrupt line between the two. So I'm going back and forth, making sure that I'm using dark enough shades to deepen it. And then when I felt like I was at the right kind of level going back and forth, I took my e.l.f. concealer in the shade light beige, and I just cut my crease. Then I set the first half of my eyelid with white, then in the center I took a yellow, and then from my Back to Brazil palette I am going in with different yellow and green shades to create a kind of ombre, but I wanted shades that were really kind of like bright to contrast from the darker area above the crease. Now I'm just making sure that it all blends in nicely, going back and forth with the light and dark shades to make sure that everything blends really nicely. The key is literally to just keep going back and forth. Then I took a yellow to kind of blend into the green because I felt like it needed an extra colour, you know, to just give some extra dimension. So that's what I did whilst jamming to some cranium. Okay. Now I took my Kryolan white like base pot HD liner thing, and I just kind of went along the crease line. And now I'm basically repeating the exact same concept just with different colours on the other eye. So I went for like pink to start with, then I incorporated the orange. So you want to do the lightest colours first, going from left to right across the eye, and then I slowly just started to deepen it with like darker tones of the same colours. And now I'm starting to incorporate more of like a purple. That's going to be the deepest shade that we use on this side of the eye, or this side of the face even. So I'm going back and forth between the same kind of palettes and also my Force of Nature palette by Morphe, which has got some really nice kind of like neon reds and pinks and oranges and stuff like that. And then again, when I felt like I was ready, I cut the crease. I'm not gonna bore you, you have seen this once already. And then I just slowly started working in from the outer corner inwards. I started with the dark purple, and I wanted to switch it up, so I thought I'd put some blue in there, and blue and purple can blend nicely together, so you want to make sure that they're colours that will go nicely. So then I moved on to the base. So yeah, I'm doing my foundation with the same foundation, the Smashbox one, but I sprayed my brush first because it's a very drying foundation, so it helps to kind of blend out a little nicer. Then I'm just doing my usual cream contouring. I'm not going to bore you because this is like the standard stuff that I do in most looks. I'm not going to go into too much depth, but I'm just doing the standard kind of stuff to enhance my natural face shape. Then I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Yellow, and I'm using this to highlight the center of my nose. Then I'm taking my e.l.f. concealer, which is a little bit darker, and also my natural beige concealer from Too Faced, and my Cover FX concealer in the shade G Medium 1 for a really, really, really bright under eye, as you can see. And then I set it with my same Too Faced powder, and I used it along the edges of my nose to snatch that contour. Alright, now I just took like a random, I was about to say blush, bronzer from Makeup Revolution, which has some warmth to it because the contour was very cool toned, and I used it to just sort of warm up the parameters of my face. Then I took a blush, it's my NYX Sweet Cheeks blush, but I wanted to concentrate the product, so I didn't really blend it out, as you can see, so it looks kind of like clown-like, you know? Then I went back to revisit the bottom of the eyes, so I just slowly started like smoking out the lower half of the eyes, and I just mirrored the same colors that we used on the top half, but I just wanted to make it cohesive, so I make sure it all blends towards the bottom, and just to make sure we have that same gradient, like dark in the waterline and then slowly getting lighter as it comes out. And on the other side I used purple as my smoky color. Then I went with some black eyeshadow and kind of just tight lined, to be honest. Like I just did like not an eyeliner, but kind of an eyeliner, but I wanted it to be soft, so I didn't use an eyeliner. I used the eyeshadow instead. Now for the teardrop, I used black eyeliner for the outside, and then I filled it with this SFX paint palette thing from Makeup Revolution. Then I went back in with the black eyeliner just to do some details on the top of the eyes, and I used my white eyeliner to do a little highlight in the teardrop as well. So now I'm taking my black eyeliner and I'm creating the shape that I wanted for the lips. So I knew I wanted to make it like absolutely massive, like genuinely massive, like this is like overlining to a new level. So I took my black eyeliner and I just kind of stenciled out the like overall shape that I wanted. And then when I was happy with it, I thickened up the lines and went in with this hella bright pink lipstick. Hi!
Hi, you alright?
Yeah, that was kind of jokes, I can't lie. Okay, then I drew a red heart. Not a red heart, what am I actually saying? I used black eyeliner to draw a heart on my nose, and then I filled it with the same pink lipstick. And it was really cool because I could sort of make a gradient by smudging like the black eyeliner with the lipstick, and then I went in with a little bit of white from the SFX palette to make it brighter in the center for a little highlight on the nose. Then I took my black eyeliner and just created some dimension to the lips so that it really looks very like pouty and 3D and stuff like that. So I concentrated the darkness on the inside, and then the idiot that I am, I moved out of the frame as I was doing the highlights on the lips, so I'm sorry I don't have any footage of that. But I basically, like, the gaps where there was no darkness is where I put some white highlights and blended it into the pink lipstick. Then finally, I think this is finally, I took a white eyeshadow and I used it to create some dimension on the face. And do you know what? I did this for the doll look, and I feel like it just really makes it all come together. Like it just, I think it's my favorite step, I can't lie. I just feel like it's when it all just starts to look cool. So I did this on the general like highlights of my face. Oh yeah, and then I did this.
Okay guys, so that is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Mwah! Bye guys.